Race fans, good evening and a very warm Elite Racing Network. Welcome to the South Side of Virginia. We're live from the historic South Boston Speedway for rounds 3 and 4 of the 2026 Ultra Elite Modified Tour. I'm Cam Rich alongside James Watson in the booth and Carlos Costa, man in the cameras. That kicks off our very first doubleheader of the season. We start here with 85 laps, then it's off to the iconic half mile in Stafford, Connecticut for 80 laps at the Mecca of Modified Racing. Tonight is anything like last week's 150-lap thriller at North Wilkesboro, where Ryan Borges battled his way through adversity to victory lane. We're in for an unbelievable night of racing. You saw your track facts there on the screen. Point standings are right here. And you can see there your two winners on the season, Wilkinson and Borges. They are 2 points apart coming into tonight's event. Lucas Leone, he made his first start last week, and he's already up to third in the standings, 19 back. Fody and Higgins round out the top 5, but we are rounding out qualifying here. It's like on pole currently, Brandon Wilkinson, Tyler Fody is second, Chad Frankenfield up there in third. So I believe that might be his first start of the season. No, that's actually not. He has made both starts here. How could I forget old Chad there, but 15 seconds left here in qualifying, and it looks like that Brandon should be getting the pole here. I don't see anyone else who's on a fast lap, so that's going to be Brandon Wilkinson's second pole of the season. He got the pole in the season opener here at New Smyrna, so going to be starting this third event out in the best position he can. Lucas Leone gets third. He nips Chad Frankenfield right there at the end of qualifying. Let's go through your grid. Actually, let's get this reset and corrected. There we go. Brandon Wilkinson, he's there on the inside next to Tyler Fody. We'll start in position number 2. Lucas Leone starts in third next to Chad Frankenfield in fourth. Gavin Higgins and last week's winner, Ryan Borges, starts. This is your row number 3. Jay Connor and Bryce Fody comprise row number 4. Zach Evans starts in position number 9 next to Jesse Racines there in 10th. 11th will be Dylan Calkins, driver picking his first start of the season there in 11th next to Randy Oakham. Lucky 13th tonight is Sam Boutwell next to Josh Osborne in 14th. 15th, last driver to take a time, Mark Rabiles will line up next to Kyle Dumas in 16th. 17th, Tristan Theus next to Frank Fody in 18th. 19th, Devin Gulo next to PJ Jackson, row number 10. And our last two drivers on the field, I believe both drivers making their first starts of the season, Christopher James and Brandon Ultra. Series sponsor, Brandon Ultra there. So that's your 22 car field for tonight. And, well, James, South Boston is a track much more known for its late model racing, but these modifieds are going to be quite quick around here. So, yeah, 14-second lap times, flat ripping around this 0.4 of a mile racetrack. How do you feel about South Boston? It's one of those tracks where some people love it, some people hate it.
It's a lot of fun, but boy howdy, is it terrifying, because it is so unbelievably narrow, especially on the straights, and it's got that kind of Dover phenomenon where you kind of jump up on the straightaway on corner exit and jump down into the corner on corner entry. So you're never entirely sure how much room you have to give and how much room you have to play with. So you kind of have to be a little skittish. Otherwise, you think you're all right and suddenly you're putting both cars in the wall. So it's going to be really hard to pass once again, and it's another one of those tracks where the middle line seems to be the place to go for side-by-side running. So yeah, this one's gonna be quite the one to watch.
Yep, pace car is about to make that hard left turn onto pit road right there. Two heavy hitters up here at the front, Brandon Wilkinson, Tyler Fody, and there we go, green flag out here at South Boston. Bit of a disjointed start there at the back, but up here at the front, we are side by side. Wilkinson bottom, Fody top. Looks like Wilkinson is going to get the good run and get the position made. It's going to be side by side. Ooh, some contact back there. I think that was Chad Frankenfield back somebody into the side of the 15, but we are still straight and good to go here. Single file, first 5 cars. Looks like someone trying to make the outside work there. Ryan Borges around Chad Frankenfield. He's trying to make it up their work right now. Ooh, not going to get the side. Ooh, that was almost wrecking it there was Ryan Borges into the wall just about, but kept it under him. Is going to lose a spot for his troubles there, but yeah, right now we are already seeing that kind of single file out here. Ooh, in the wall there. Ooh, trouble. Not sure who that was, but someone at the back of the pack is stopped. I believe that might be Zach Evans, and that's probably going to be PJ Jackson involved as well. Randy Yoakum.
Oh, yeah, right there. Ooh, that looks like to be race 1. Oh, my goodness. Oh, a whole lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, here on lap number 4, and then PJ Jackson decides he wants to join it there, but yeah, the 91 there, that's going to be probably race over for him. And not really sure who that was.
This is PJ Jackson.
The 91 is not matching on my sim.
91? Well, he's not on track anymore.
Yeah, going to re-watch this to see if I can figure out who that was. It's Dylan Calkins, actually. He is in the 91, so one of the drivers making his first start of the season. He looked like this one might be a early at night for him.
Kevin or Dylan?
And Zach Evans still on pit road. Unfortunate for our ERN colleague. But if you're gonna die on lap 1, better to do it this week, where we have a whole nother race right after.
Yeah, really, that is true. I would have to say that he picked a good one too, so he can wait a few minutes here and we'll have another chance. Sounds like something familiar, doesn't it, James? It's at the tip of my tongue, but I can't figure out what it is. But we're about to get a restart here. Pace car is about to make the hard left onto the pit road here. And one set of tires in the pits. Pretty simple short track race here. Green flag out once again. Good restart for Brandon Wilkinson. He takes the outside for this restart. Gavin Higgins and the number 1 of Lucas Leone now battling for that second position. Leone under Higgins. Big move, but going to slide up a little bit in the middle of the corner. Going to be side by side off of turn number 4. They are both tracking down the number 26, though, but right now that number 20 looks like to be the fastest car on the outside line. Just as you said, James, that middle to outside line, strangely being the dominant line here for whatever reason. But right now, Gavin Higgins in that, I don't know whatever color that is. He's got red rims, but I don't know what I would call the body of that car. That
Primer.
Car, yeah, we'll call it primer. Oh, contact. That was almost trouble.
Yeah, a little bit of side-by-side contact there, and that was almost massive chaos. Thankfully, Higgins was able to keep it out of the wall, or if he did, it was very light contact. Otherwise, that would have annihilated half the field at least.
And
Caution.
oh, trouble, caution.
I'm seeing
and I do not see what happened here. Mark Urbilas, yep, he is spun around. Does he have a number on that car? No, he has actually nothing on the car.
Actually, I think that might be a trading
there.
paints issue. So let me try to see if I can get that fixed, because on my second screen, he does have a number. He's got a whole paint scheme and everything.
Oh, interesting.
His Bitcoin crashed.
Yeah, I can't say I see anything on my screen either, but either way, it looks like just to be a self-spin here for the 99. Gonna loop it around once and keep it going here.
I don't know about that,
not
Sean.
a self-spin. I don't think that was at all a self-spin. I think that was definitely aided by the number 8 of Randy Yoakum there.
Is the self-spin in the room with you right now?
And I think I think karma might have worked here, because I think Randy got the worst end of it. I think Mark is okay. I think maybe just some contact on the rear Nerf bars, but it looks like the suspension is pretty well knackered for the 8 car. Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you see left front broken on Yoakum, but you didn't see any of the 4 corners make contact with Mark's car. At least it didn't look like so on my end.
Oh, you don't need the left front, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I turned the left front
Not here.
of that race car into a fidget spinner there, but you know, I don't want to say Randy did that on purpose, but I don't think Randy also went out of his way to avoid it either. So I'm not sure if they were having some beef or whatever was going on there, but certainly enough, you know, if it was intentional, the first rule of wrecking someone else is to not wreck yourself. So that went against that one there, but we are double file for another restart here. Wilkinson and Leone going to be your front row here once again. That pace car is about to make the hard left turn onto pit road. He's earning his money tonight there, driving that pace car, but there he goes. And another restart here. Brandon Wilkinson, good restart there on the outside, but Lucas Leone keeps his nose there right on the left rear of that car into turn number 1. It's going to be Wilkinson out of turn 2, though. Higgins and Leone now battling for that second position. Fodi and Borges for 3rd. Excuse me, that's going to be for 4th. But now we're getting side by side. First 4 cars singling out by Ryan Borges there at the top, kind of behind. I think that was Frankenfield. Might have been a little bit of contact from behind there. And certainly we would have never expected that, but a little bit further on, Kyle Dumas, excuse me, and Jesse Racimas going at it for this 9th position. Dumas on the bottom is going to take that position away from Racimas. We have a battle for the lead. Higgins has caught Brandon Wilkinson, has made the move to the inside through turns 1 and 2. Can he get the power down? Not this time. But we know Gavin Higgins is strong on these short tracks. In these short track type cars, he's going to have to work over that number 26 to get the move made. And he's going to have to be crafty with it. You don't just get passes made easily in short track racing. But currently, Wilkinson, Higgins, Leone, Fodi, Borges, your top 5 here, and the top 3 are nose to tail right now. Leone trying to get under Higgins, and we saw Leone be really strong last week in his debut of the series. So definitely going to be seeing a lot more from the driver of the 1. But right now, it's all Brandon Wilkinson. He's been the fastest car all season so far. He's established himself as the 1 to beat, but can Gavin Higgins do anything about him? Into turn 3, some contact, nerf bar, but all clear, keeps it straight. Good racing up here, not necessarily side by side yet, but these, you can tell they are trying to work each other over. And, you know, I think we're seeing this, James. You said this was a hard track to pass at. Kind of manifesting itself right now. Alert at the bottom of the screen, competition caution range alert. And that should be, I believe, 35 is our number. And if we get any yellow between now and that lap, 35, that will serve as our comp yellow. So only about 10 laps to go here before a yellow comes out. So if Gavin Higgins wants to get the lead, it's going to have to be in the next 10 laps before that yellow comes out, on board with the back of the 26. And you can see what the front of a Whelen Tour Modified looks like. Nerf bar. Not a lot of anything going on here. No fenders, no nothing like that. Just a lot of tire and a lot of radiator is what we'll call that. But getting right up there, close quarters contact here in South Boston. And you know, as we already said, you see this with late models. They typically are the ones that run here. They're not afraid of contact. Whoa, Higgins sideways out of 4.
Yeah, I don't know if we got a little bit of a bump from the 1 car behind, but Leone is going to take the high side, and Higgins is in trouble.
The happiest man in South Boston right now is Wilkinson. He sees that battle behind him, and he is going to gain some ground from that.
Absolutely. Higgins trying to do everything he can to fight back. Oh, way wide for Leone, but able to at least keep the nose and be alongside, still back into turn 1. And now this is setting up real great for Tyler Fodi, because he can maybe try to park behind the 1 car and follow him through. Freight train, the 20 car. Oh, near contact once again.
Yeah, they haven't figured it out just yet. Only 2 more laps before we get the competition caution here. So it's going to be for everything, well, really nothing except for the yellow. No points awarded, but Leone on the outside. He has the advantage right now. That advantage almost looked like it was going to reach Wilkinson there for just a second. Oh, that was close. He had a car length gap there, and he took a car length. Lap 35 here. Last lap before the yellow comes out. I think Leone has established himself. Oh, trick. Gavin Higgins was all sorts of sideways there. Looked like we were going to have that caution, but yep, there we go.
A little early, but it makes it. I believe that's still admin thrown.
Yep, that was the admin thrown caution. A little early, but that's all right. A little early on the bump. The buzzer was race control. William White, but it's all right. He is just waiting for it to come home, and not referring to the World Cup. He, of course, a fan of the English football team, but you can see some of our top 10 here. Great bit of racing there for these first 35 laps. A couple cautions there, or at least the one caution, but oh wow, we have some strategy here. About a split decision here on pit road. First few drivers are going to stay out, but looks like Fody, Borges, they're going to come down and try to get some tires on these things. So who else? Looks like they're going to be joining them. The Bryce, Fody, a couple others in the back. So really just at the front runners, it's Fody and Borges. So yeah, we're gonna have to keep track on their progress here, James. I gotta say, I'm not a fan of that call.
Yeah, tire wear is definitely gonna be a thing. So we saw it last week at Wilkesboro, how much the tires mattered there that at the end. I mean, they're not going nearly as long this time around, but yeah, it's going to be difficult here. It's bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it works.
Yeah, for sure. And we're gonna have to definitely keep track on their progress and see how the 40 and the 29 in particular are able to make their way through the field with those fresh tires. It definitely has an effect different at different tracks. So we'll see how that plays out. Like you said, I mean, North Wilkesboro, even with the repave, it's a pretty high tire wear track. South Boston, not as much, but I also don't think it's a low tire wear track. So yeah, definitely going to be interesting to see how that kind of plays out here. But let's go ahead and just re-rack the top 10 real quick. Brandon Wilkinson is your leader. Lucas Leone is second. Gavin Higgins third. Chad Frankenfield fourth. Jay Connor, haven't talked about him yet this race. He's up to fifth. Kyle Demis is sixth. Tristan Theus seventh. Those two are teammates. Jesse Racimus eighth. Devin Gullo ninth. And Tyler Fody on the fresh tires will start in 10th. Should hopefully be getting the pace car lights off here next time by, so we can double up here, but go ahead and pull up our team standings right now. Looks like Little Eagle Racing and Lucas Leone are averaging. I'm not sure what this is really telling me. Maybe you can help me, Carlos.
Yeah.
I think it's going by average of the team members. So because
yeah,
sitting in P2, he has the best average of all the teams right now.
Oh my God! Cue the math reel here. Good Lord, that I think I never had my brain tested like that in my life. But what I like to see is 1 to green and the pace car about to pull off here. We're about to have another restart here, our third of the night, and let's see if we can get some green flag racing here. Great restart for Wilkinson there on the outside line. Leone throws a challenge up into turn 1, but it's not going to be for much. He gets side by side with Chad Frankenfield, and they're going to be the battle off of turn number 2. Leone wants to pull ahead of the 15 desperately. Here comes Gavin Higgins in that fight as well. And Kyle Demis, haven't talked about him much tonight, but he's up here now trying to get himself up in the fight. He's gotten around Jay Connor for that 5th position. So Brandon Wilkinson, he has cleared this mess behind him, and they are now battling for 2nd. Chad Frankenfield having a strong run in that outside line right now. We know how hard that 15 is to pass elsewhere, so Lucas Leone, he's going to get his Elite Racing League kind of introduction here with that 15. But Chad doing a good job right now. He's actually looking like he might be fighting for the lead here in just a moment. That 15 looks fast right now.
That he does.
Almost some contact through turns 3 and 4 from the back of Leone. Oh, there was some contact.
Whoa!
Leone. Oh, they're wrecking.
Oh, no, Frankenfield's going around. Oh, boy, you see Higgins involved as well.
Lucas Leone as well.
Ooh.
I think we might need to back this up just
Oh!
a little bit, about to 5 seconds or so, but definitely Leone into the back of the 15, and that just unsettled the 15 right there and spun him around. And unfortunately, Gavin Higgins, kind of the innocent bystander here, he really did nothing wrong and got involved in the wreck.
Yeah, I think, in fact, if we back it up a little bit earlier from Gavin's point of view, you're going to see, because Leone is going to bump Chad, and then that's going to cause a chain reaction, and Gavin hits Leone because of it, and Chad trying to save it after the contact is going to just kind of lazily spin right in front of Gavin, and he's going to have nowhere to go. So Higgins right in the middle of this whole incident, not much, if anything, he could have done on that.
Yeah, we're going to go on board here with Higgins, and great scenes here from our producer, Carlos, and right into the back. Already one hit before the wreck really starts there, and then you can see we are just kind of along for the ride. And how ironic the sponsor on the 15 is kicking the tires when he's getting jacked up in the air like that. A couple big hits there, but yeah, pushed in the right front suspension of the 20 quite a bit there. I'd have to say that car is not going to be handling quite the same after that. So he'll have to go down pit road and get that fixed up a little bit, but we are already 1 to green. The great thing about short track racing, short cautions as well, usually. Even if we do get them quite a bit frequently, they do go by quite a bit. But see Jay Connor there up in the front row now. Let's see what kind of a challenge he might have for Brandon Wilkinson here. First time we've really seen him at the front all night, and pace car is in. Great restart once again for Wilkinson, high side. But Jay Connor is going to get himself into second through turns 1 and 2. Battle now for third. Dumas and Diaz, the two teammates going at it right now. See who's going to get that last podium position. Ooh, bit of a bad run off the corner there for that was Diaz. So move Demis into the third position. So we are now single file first 5 cars. Ryan Borges, remember, he's on tires trying to get himself through the field. Battling between him and Fody right now. They are going to have to figure it out between themselves on the tires before they can start getting through the non-tire cars.
Yeah, he's working hard trying to see if he can get to the outside of Racimus, as they're going to be side by side in front of him. It's like Dumis and Thies side by side here for P3.
Yeah, we are all sorts of everywhere. We're at, I think that was Dumis. Sideways out of turn number 4.
Yeah, there was a whole lot of smoke, but I don't have the slightest idea where that smoke came from.
Don't look now. Brandon Wilkinson out front, but Jay Connor is not letting him scoot away, and we have 29 laps to go here. So what does that 9 car have for Brandon Wilkinson? We've not seen too much of this 9 at the front in this series yet this year, but you know, we have seen him run up in the front in other racing league series. So let's see what he can do here in the modifieds. Quite a bit of racing left to go there. And a couple cars behind that WAD is still kind of going at it right now. They cannot figure it out for about the 5th position on back.
Yeah, Borges and Fody are kind of boxed in here as Racimus is trying. Caution is out.
I'm not sure what happened there. I'm seeing the 20 of Higgins, excuse me, spun around. There was a PJ Jackson involved. Ooh, PJ Jackson got loose or something first, and then there was kind of a chain reaction that caused Higgins and Frankenfield to get into it. I think PJ Jackson was, he definitely was kind of just, he lost the car really early and just, see what happened there behind. Don't think there's going to be any damage on anyone's car here. Just a bit of an unfortunate situation. Tires a little dirty and damaged, and certainly enough if you're PJ Jackson. Probably a bit of ego damage there because that was a bit silly. But either way, good to get going here. But might not be the worst thing ever for some of the cars up here at the front. Jay Connor was he was hanging tough with that 26, so really talked about him. He's not been up in the top 3 really yet. He's up there in 7th points, so not way back there. He's been a consistent top 10 driver, but really his first chance that we've seen this year of him having a shot to win probably. So definitely would love to take that, you'd have to think. So gonna see probably a very aggressive number 9 here on the restart. And can see our country graphic there showing
Everyone
that
here
the
from
United
America?
States is yeah, it looks like everybody.
I'm so used to there
Here is,
being at
except
least
for
one
Chris
international
Paul.
driver.
Well, certainly enough. There you have it. We are about to get another restart here. Our 5th of the night pace car about to make the hard left turn onto pit road. Wilkinson once again on the outside line here for the restart, and there we go. He does it once again on loud pedal. It's going to be Jay Connor takes 2nd for himself through 1 and 2, but that was Dumas. He went to the outside of him, was blinking a little bit though, so that kind of confused things. But Jay Connor back into that 2nd position.
Whoa!
Between the teammates, Dumas and Theus. I keep messing his name up. I'm so sorry. We'll get that right one of these days. Lots going on here on the racetrack right now. There is Racimus. There is Fody. Remember Fody on the fresh tires, and I questioned the strategy of the 40 and the 29. Right now, they have not made that much progress up through the field. 20 laps to go. That is not a lot of time at this South Boston Speedway.
Oh, no, we got 37 going around, and somehow we don't have a track blocker. Mother of mercy, how did that happen? And wow, I thought for sure I was going to see some modifieds flying into the catch fencing right there.
Yeah, kind of shades of last week at San Diego when Chris Buescher got spun around, and we somehow just kind of kept it going here. But definitely some contact from behind. I believe it was the 70 of Racimus into the back of Gulo there.
Wow. Well, while we're catching our break, Cam, would you say you're struggling with a little bit of mispronunciation?
I think I'm struggling on me needing a brand new car. So we'll be right back.
Looking for a heck of a deal? You'll find it at Tom Bolin Ford in Hannibal. Right now, over $4,000 off 2025 Escapes, $2,500 off 2025 Broncos, and over $5,000 off select new 2025 F-150s. And the best part, every one of them comes with a Bolin lifetime powertrain warranty at no extra cost. Big savings, long-term peace of mind, all in one place. Tom Bolin Ford Hannibal. Heck of a deal, ain't it?
Blue Egg Marketing. Rev up your business with Blue Egg, your marketing pit crew. Turbocharge your lead generation with experienced drivers that can navigate the competitive track to connecting with your customers. With Blue Egg, you're always in the pole position, leading your brand towards victory lane. So don't spin your wheels, accelerate success with Blue Egg, fueling small businesses to win big.
All right, welcome back to the South Boston Speedway here. We are about to go green flag racing for the 6th time tonight. We are on the back stretch here waiting. Well, actually in 3 and 4, waiting for the pace car to go in. And there we go, Brandon Wilkinson on the outside line once again. Great restart for that 26 battle for 2nd place. It's going to be, looks like that might be Tristan Theus and Jay Connor going at it. Yes, a new player. Oh, true. Between both of them, they are stacking up behind. Yep, there they go. Hard hit for the 20 of Gavin Higgins, and ooh, that suspension is broken much more. This time on the left side now, so he evens it out a bit, but meatball flag for him. That's going to be night over with the fact that we're going to be under 10 laps to go here. But big wreck there, James. My goodness. We, like you said, track blocker. Let's get the replay and see what happened here.
Yeah, I think
Higgins.
Chad checked up with the contacts that we saw right there between, I think, third and fourth, and just nowhere for anybody to go.
That's one of the things you learn about South Boston here pretty quickly, is that the walls are pretty close inside and out. There's really only about 3 car widths of room here. Realistically, it's a pretty narrow track, so when things like that happen, there's not a lot of room to go really anywhere. So you can see things like this usually ends up in, we see this in real life too, James. I mean, at this track, big wrecks all the time. Pileups like this, parking lots in turn 1, it's kind of it's almost ubiquitous with South Boston. But yeah, I'm here with Gavin and just broken everything in that car now.
Yeah, I remember there being like a pretty big wreck in the late models a couple years ago. One car even caught fire, and the dad of the driver whose car was on fire just went into super dad mode and just ran in and pulled him out of the car. Probably not the safest thing to do, but when the dad instincts kick in, it's hard to keep that from happening. But yeah, it goes to show you the wild things that happen here at Sobo.
We are 1 to green. Quick recap of the top 10. Wilkinson, Theus, do miss. Connor, Borges, Fody again in the Bryce form. Sam Beltwell, Lucas Leone, Chad Freckenfield, your top 10. And the pace car about to make the hard left turn onto pit road. We are under 10 laps to go. First car on the tires is Tyler Fody in 5th. There we go. Brandon Wilkinson has been on it all night on those restarts. Top side proving to be pretty good to get going there. Battle for second place. 2 teammates once again, Theus and Dumis going at it, but Fody on that outside line. He's gotten to the outside of Connor on the fresh tires. Are they finally starting to come in? 7 laps to go. Does he have enough time in that number 40 to get to the front? Wilkinson has been stout all night, as he has been all season. But that battle for second is raging on, and they are not letting each other go right now.
Oh, it's 3-1! Oh my God! And Chad Frankenfield is involved again. Whoa!
You miss, and there's Lucas Leone, Devin Gulo. One of those Black Rock cars, or excuse me, Black Top, Black Rock, what am I saying? Black Top racing cars. And my goodness, let's, got to get a longer replay of this one too, I think, but Black Top Performance, that's what it's called. And there were 3 wide, Fody, and just not enough room for 3 wide here, James. We talked about it just a couple minutes ago.
It also kind of looked like what really didn't help was, but yeah, you see the 80 kind of gets sideways a little bit right there and gets up into the 15, which really, that's what set it all off. Because I think they would have been all right if Bryce didn't get loose right there. And yeah, the tally is going on the 80 car.
So something I also want to point out is at the same time this happened, I actually got a little confused because I thought it was Tyler Fody that brought out the caution, but there was contact with Tyler Fody up in the front nearly at the same time that I thought related to the caution but had nothing to do with it.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, big contact with the back of Dumis. Oof. And how about it, boys? Green, white, checker number 1 incoming.
And we are doubling up for the restart. Brandon Wilkinson takes the outside line as we would expect. And those Black Top Performance cars have been challenging him all night, looking very quick. Theus up there in second. Fody now up to third. Well, he's actually, I believe, 4th next to Connor, but This could be the last restart of the night. Hopefully it is. Pace car off into the pit road, and there he goes once again. Wilkinson, great restart in that 26, but here comes Tyler Fode. He also got a great restart. He's side by side there with DS. They're also side by side.
Oh,
DS
big sideways with DS! Oh, we're gonna be 3!
Connor.
Oh, boy!
Oh, there
White
they
flag,
go.
white flag.
White flag is down! Tyler Fode is demolished!
White flag is out. Brandon Wilkinson through 3 and 4. He is going to be your winner. He survives here at South Boston. Connor up to 2nd. Ryan Borges up to 3rd. Sam Boutwell finishes 4th. What a crazy finish here. Jay Connor actually gets the fast lap there on the last lap for that number 9 car. Chad Frankenfield finishes 5th. That was a huge crash, James. We got to get some replays of that. Hopefully the session doesn't kick over.
No, we're not. It's a different track.
About that in the race.
Yeah, different league.
Wide, and that it kind of looked like DS drove up like Tyler wasn't there.
Yeah, we have some beef in the voice chat as well, so that's going to be fun to carry over into Stafford tonight, but
yeah, I mean,
definitely.
Fode is right there. He's got alongside the door, and DS gets loose. You're gonna see Fode still keep the nose in. And yeah, not quite sure what you could do if you're the 40 car right there. 55 is unhappy with Tyler Fode after their incident right when that last caution came out, which that's understandable, but yeah, in this particular incident, you can't really put that on the 40 car. The other one, I'd say that's a bit of a different story, but that one,
Well, while we go ahead and get situated and set up for race number 2, do we want to get a word with our winner in half number 1?
Yeah, we can.
Brandon,
I believe I'm being
do?
told qualifying is 9:30 for the second race, so we got some time to kill.
Oh shoot! I mean, we could get the whole top 3 if you want. I mean, we have the time for it, so I believe they all might be in here. I'm probably wrong about that. Yeah, don't see Jay and don't see. So we can talk to Ryan and we can talk to Brandon and Jay. If you listen to this and want to interview, go ahead and hop on in here. But let's see, where's P3 Ryan Borges? He had an interesting race, so I'm gonna go ahead and drag him up here and get a word with him. Hey, Ryan, this is Cam in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you guys.
All right, man. Well, quick little word for you before we get half 2 going here. But yeah, half 1 in the books. You had a pretty interesting night yourself. Definitely a beneficiary of that horrible wreck on the last lap. But talk us through your night there.
Yeah, I got pretty fortunate to end up 3rd for sure. I went too easy on my qualifying lap, and that cost me. The track picked up a lot of speed there between the end of practice and qualifying, so that set me back, and it was super hard to pass anyone, especially on the bottom. And then obviously once somebody's getting passed on the top, they're gonna drive someone a lot harder and make it hard on the top. So just track position was huge there for sure, and I probably made the wrong choice to pit. It was a split decision. In hindsight, staying out probably would have been better, but then I was just kind of mired from I think I restarted 10th or 11th and just kind of got mired between like 5th and 8th for the last 30 or 40 laps, and just kept restarting bottom after I was hoping to be on the top and like use the new tires to my advantage, but just kind of got stuck there. But yeah, like you said, a lot of calamity there at the end, and got fortunate and stuck through at the P3. So I'll take that for sure.
Absolutely. Well, looking forward to Stafford. I would say a similar but very different track at the same time. A little bit bigger there, Stafford, a little bit more modified friendly, I'd say. But what are you looking forward for the half number 2 tonight?
I'm definitely looking forward to Stafford a lot more. You can definitely make passes a little bit easier, I would have to imagine, just with the longer straightaways and the little bit, not necessarily tighter turns, but tighter compared to the straightaways for sure. So there's a little more room to run, which is helpful, and just looking forward to have another clean, consistent run, and hopefully have enough speed to contend. I called my shot after the last race. I said South Boston would be my best track, and it really wasn't. But like I said, fortunate to come away with the P3, and looking forward to the next 80 so laps coming up in a bit.
All right. Well, before I let you go, Ryan, any sponsor shoutouts?
Yeah, just got to thank Design Ping, Seth Rawls Designs, Shift Esports, and got to congratulate my teammate Brandon on his second win so far this year. 3 for 3 for the team, so that's good. And thank you guys up in the booth for putting on these races.
I appreciate you taking some time to talk to us, Ryan, and congrats out there. Hope to be talking to you again here in about however many minutes the second one takes.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right, that was P3 Ryan Borges. And let's go ahead and get your winner up here, Brandon Wilkinson. Don't think we're going to get Jay, but I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get position number 4, Sam, afterwards. So, heard that, Sam. Be ready. But yeah, I think James is going to go ahead and get with your winner here, Brandon Wilkinson. It's his second on the season, and I mean, it's just looking really, really good this year.
Brandon, James in the booth, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you. I got you guys. You got me?
Yes. I think I might.
I hear him.
Can anyone hear me?
I hear you.
Okay. Well, how about it? Second win of the season in absolutely dominant fashion. We saw you make the strategy call to stay out there at the caution, and it looked like it was the right call to make.
Yeah, it was kind of last second. I just felt like, I went hard there before the comp, and we were 2/10 off, but I felt like we were really snug, which was going to be good if I needed to be defensive and run the top. So, yeah, I just seen a bunch of guys. They're kind of lined up the second groove coming to pit road, and I just didn't want to be, not with the majority. So, yeah, it was just kind of a last-second call, and obviously got fortunate there. A lot of guys stayed with us, and kind of clogged the track. It's just really, really hard to pass here, and I think that was why the tires never prevailed.
Absolutely. And how stressful is it running at South Boston, knowing how little room you have to work with, and if one thing goes wrong, you're probably not going to be able to miss it?
Yeah, well, the problem is I just, it's almost like a Bristol mindset. You're just blind coming off of 2 and blind coming off of 4 to your straight, and it's too late. So, obviously I had heard that they had wrecked on the front stretch after I had taken the white. And even so that whole lap, I was pretty insecure what was going to be the deal all before. But yeah, obviously everything's got to go right. We saw last week, I felt like we tried to control everything perfectly, and nothing went right, and everything's just got to go right to win these races. These guys are really good. And even if you have track position to start and have clean air, it's really, really challenging to close these races off. So fortunate we're able to do so, and we'll try to do this here again.
Absolutely. What's the thoughts going into Stafford here?
Yeah, it's my home track, but obviously it's Borges' home track and it's Lucas's home track, and that's where we grew up racing and spotting and watching races and whatnot. So, normally when we come here, I feel like I have an advantage because I know how to run the track, but obviously two of the toughest competitors every week in the series know this track just as well as I do. So, yeah, it'll be challenging. It's good to be back home at a track that I know how to get around here blindfolded, but this will probably be the toughest race of the year.
Absolutely. Well, good win in race number 1 so far for you, Brandon. Any sponsors, plugs, and shout-outs you'd like to give before we let you go practice?
Yeah, just, Seth Rawls and his group at Shift Esports. Obviously, it's just don't want to look at the stats, but one of our cars has won every race, and that'll probably stop here because it's so hard to do so. But we have a great group. So just, thanks to all those guys. One Life Foundation, Epic Media, they've been a sponsor of mine for over 10 years, so it's super special to carry them on board in this league. Drew's paid the bills for my sim racing for a long, long time, and to have him and then now Seth with this newer partnership in the last couple of years, it's a dream come true. So yeah, just everybody at Shift, One Life Foundation, Epic Media, it's certainly special to race for these guys, and we'll look forward to this next one.
Absolutely, and hopefully we're talking to you again here in half an hour.
Yeah, yep, thank you, appreciate it.
All right. We did have Jay waiting up here. Let me see if I can get him back real quick. Give me just a moment. Makes it hard when they are not in here or anything like that, so bear with me for just a few moments.
You know what we can use? We can use this time to quickly grab a commercial or two, and then we'll come back and see if we can talk to Jay.
Sure enough.
The Lucas Oil School of Racing. Simply stated, we are the professional ranks where the quality of the equipment often dictates the outcomes, and all of our cars are designed to perform and race as close as humanly possible. None of our competitors will have an advantage from engineering tactics. Rather, you will compete on a completely level field with a score of immensely talented up-and-coming drivers, all pushing each other to reach their new heights in their respective pursuit in becoming a professional race car driver. Every year, our top-performing graduates move on to the professional racing ladders of IndyCar, F1, and IMSA. Whether drivers compete in 1 or 2 seasons of our series, when they are ready to move on, they are ready to move. The training you receive in our school is an unmatched, unforgettable, first-class education combining the very best racing instruction and education.
Looking for a heck of a deal? You'll find it at Tom Bolin Ford in Hannibal. Right now, over $4,000 off 2025 Escapes, $2,500 off 2025 Broncos, and over $5,000 off select new 2025 F-150s. And the best part, every one of them comes with a Bolin lifetime powertrain warranty at no extra cost. Big savings, long-term peace of mind, all in one place. Tom Bolin Ford Hannibal. Heck of a deal, ain't it?
Blue Egg Marketing. Rev up your business with Blue Egg, your marketing pit crew. Turbocharge your lead generation with experienced drivers that can navigate the competitive track to connecting with your customers. With Blue Egg, you're always in the pole position, leading your brand towards victory lane. So don't spin your wheels, accelerate success with Blue Egg, fueling small businesses to win big.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. race against the computer, or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Hello and welcome back to the second race of the night. It's the Stafford 80 at the Stafford Motor Speedway. And I tell you, Cam, I'm looking forward to this one because Stafford is one of my favorite tracks. Obviously, we've heard how much a lot of our competitors love it. And this is one of the quintessential modified tracks, the birthplace of the SK Modified, in fact.
Yeah, and it's funny you mentioned that because the SK Modified, it's quite like a Tour Modified, a little bit less power, but essentially the same thing. So, funny enough, they call it the birthplace of the SK Modified. It is very much ingrained in Modify culture, but the Tour Modifieds did not run here for the longest time. So, they are back as of this year, I believe, and in qualifying, Brandon Wilkinson has captured the pole once again. So. Looking for another win here tonight, and I would see no reason to bet against that 26.
Yeah, looking for some hometown cooking is the 26 of Brandon Wilkinson. And, it's going to be a lot more what we've already seen. Again, you feel like a broken record at this point, but Stafford is going to be another middle line dominant track. Now, with how much wider this track is, we'll be able to see the opportunity of a slide job here and there, but you're going to see a lot of guys running that middle. It's another unique line here at Stafford.
Yep, and it's going to be interesting to see if the line changes throughout the race. 80 laps is a lot for a modified race, but let's go ahead and get through our grid.
Yes, sir. Your pole sitter, Brandon Wilkinson, next to the 40, Tyler Fody on the front row. 29 of Ryan Borges, and the 1 of Lucas Leone on row 2. 20 of Gavin Higgins, and the 70 of Jesse Racimus, row 3. Row 4 features the 15 of Chad Frankenfield, and the 9 of Jay Connor. The 191 of Dylan Calkins next to the 41 of Frank Fody rounding out the top 10. And then we have the 80 of Bryce Fody and the 25 of Seth Rawls on row 6. Row 7 features the 6 of Zach Evans and the 07 of Joshua Osborne. Kyle Dumas in the 55 next to the 52 of Tristan Thies. Sam Boutwell in the 47 next to the 8 of Randy Oakham on row 9. And rounding out the field, we have the 37 of Devin Gulo and the 5 of PJ Jackson.
Noticing that we have 20 cars this one instead of 22, so 2 cars did not make the start of this one versus last time. Actually, no. I don't think those 2 cars made the first one around either. So
they did not.
Yeah, that is a fun fact of the night, but Compiel will be at 40 in this one, so right at halfway. Any caution between 30 and 40 will serve as that, but yeah, I think this should be a fun one. Look how much more room is here. Look how much wider this track just kind of feels. And we were just talking about this a minute ago, James, but no inside wall here and a 1/10 of a mile longer, so we're talking about 500-ish feet longer here, but it's so much larger feeling, so
much room
you're
for
gonna see a
activities.
bit different style of racing here.
Yeah, and a lot more lines to play around with here. You're going to see some guys kind of running the inside, some in the middle. Some you see might try to hook that apron right there, especially down into 1 and 2. That's what I always kind of do. I always kind of enter in a little high and then kind of try to cut down exit 2. 3 and 4, I try to perfectly wrap the white line there because the cut down on the apron just doesn't seem to line up quite right. But there you have it, the pace car making the hard left-hand turn onto pit road. Brandon Wilkinson will lead us to the green flag. Green means go, and we are underway at Stafford. Oh, we got it! Lucas Leone, hold on, already, and caution is out.
Yeah, I definitely think there was some contact from behind there. if my eyes are correct. Sometimes they're not, but I think that was the 70 of Racimus, but let's get final confirmation from the replay.
Yep, Jesse has already taken accountability for that one, so you are in fact correct there, Cam. Yeah.
A good
So-
little hit to the rear end. Yeah, I think, wow.
No meatball.
First corner of the race.
Yeah, luckily for Lucas, that was like, he hit the rear Nerf bar, so there's damage, but the right rear seems to be alright, so we'll see how much damage he does in fact have. This is kind of a pain in the butt pit road. It's have to slow
Could
up
not pit.
a lot. He's not even gonna bother with it. Alrighty. And I think the biggest one that is unhappy that caution came out is the 40 Tyler Fody, because Tyler might have been able to sneak the lead off of Brandon Wilkinson, but now Wilkinson holds on to it. He gets to choose which line he restarts, as Leone has now brought it down pit road.
Yeah, you can kind of see how that pit road just kind of cuts through the middle of the track, and it's definitely kind of goofy here. But I was doing some research about this facility earlier, and they built the actual foundation of the track back in the 1800s, about 1880 or something. It was for, I guess, horse racing or something like that. So it's been around for a minute. So pretty cool little fact there that I didn't know before tonight.
Yeah, this is one of the jewels of the Northeast. And the host of the very first SRX race way back when.
Oh, that's
by,
a throwback.
Yep, won by a local boy, Doug Kobe. See the pace car making the hard left-hand turn on the pit road. Wilkinson will lead us back to the green flag. He chose the inside still. We'll see how it works out as green means go. We're back underway at Stafford. Good jump from Wilkinson, but Fody is still right there on his outside. So we have pour down into turn one, and Wilkinson is going to clear Fody. And now here comes Borges trying to do the same. See barely any space between Fody and Borges. In fact, I want to say the 40 maybe might have slid up just a little bit.
A little further on back, Frank Fody got knocked out of the way, losing a couple spots, but
Yeah,
kept it
we are
straight.
3 wide. Oh, we got a car spinning onto the grass on the back straightaway. Believe it's the 5 of PJ Jackson. We stay green.
Yep, he's on that little access road, gonna get it going. I think we should be good here.
Yes, we are. As you see, Higgins now battling with Tyler Fody. Gavin just trying to make something good happen. It's been a nightmare start to this modified season. Wrecked in, I believe, 2 of... Oh, speaking of wreck, Zach Evans is turned around.
Oh my goodness. Front
And
end broken on the 6 once again early on.
Come on.
Lap 9.
Poor Zach Evans cannot
You know, fine.
catch a break. That is not a suspension component.
Yeah, well, let's take a look at the replay and see what happened here. I think...
Ooh, is that netcode?
Oh. Yeah, I think race control is going to call that one a netcode incident between Osborne and Evans. Definitely Osborne got loose, but there was a lot of netcode there between those two, so I think that's going to be the right call on that one.
Yeah, yeah, that was just unfortunate for Zach Evans. Great job by DS to just barely slip by the spinning 6 car right there.
Yeah, he's had a interesting night there, Tristan Theus has. So both him and his teammate Dumas almost messed it up again there, but we got it right there. There's Lucas Leone on pit road. There's Zach Evans, who might be night over for the 6. Has a meatball flag on that car, and they're going to have to do extensive repairs to the suspension. We saw it flopping around like a fidget spinner, and You know, that's not how it came out of the race shop, so it's not going to drive very well at all.
No, it will not. As the 5 has gotten the lucky dog here.
Should hopefully be getting our 1-2 green here this time by.
And there it is. And it's going to be an all shift front row here. Borges is going to be on the outside.
Be interesting to see how that dynamic kind of plays out, if they help each other a little bit here.
Yeah, we shall see as the pace car makes a hard left-hand turn on a pit road. Brandon Wilkinson will lead us back to the restart zone. Green means go. We are back underway at Stafford. Once again, a good jump from Wilkinson. Borges trying to hang on the outside here.
Oh, trouble in the back. Looks like Yoakum around.
Yep, caution is out once again.
Rosimus involved as well, but I don't think either of those cars took a hard hit. Just a bit of an oopsie, it looks like. So let's check the replay.
Ooh, yeah.
So we have not been able to get really more than a couple laps of green flag racing underway here, but not really sure from this view if that was a combination of Yoakum and Rosimus, or if Rosimus into the back of Yoakum here. I'd have to, well, I can't really tell myself, so we'll let race control decide that one.
Yeah, so far no call as of yet. Yeah, it's definitely throwing me for a loop. I was expecting it to be a little more outside line dominant here, but it seems like the inside is the way to go. So kind of shaking things up for the first time. Seems like all we've had is just middle line dominant tracks, but now you actually have the inside to use at your disposal.
Yeah, let's take a look at our biggest movers of tonight. There's Devin Gulo there up in 13th. He is currently the biggest of the big movers, up 6 spots. And then it's Kyle Dumas and Sam Boutwell, both up 5 from their start position, 10th and 12th there respectively. And then Seth Rawls and PJ Jackson. So even though we haven't gotten a lot of green flag laps under here, we are seeing some movement through the field. And, you know, James, I would have to say that I wonder if the fact that we just haven't been able to get really racing here is affecting that. I wonder if we can maybe get some laps on the tires. If we'll see the group move up a bit, but be fun to watch it play out if we can get there.
Absolutely, and race control did deem that on the 70 car, so that is the second tally of the race for Jesse Rosimus as the pace car makes the hard left-hand turn onto pit road. Brandon Wilkinson will once again lead us to the restart zone. Green means go. We're back underway at Stafford. Looks like Borges is almost going to clear Higgins for P2. Gavin able to keep to the outside. Fighting side by side as Wilkinson tries to run away here. And Borges is clear.
Yeah, it looked like Gavin tried to time that restart a little bit, but got it just a little bit wrong, and he lost some ground there. So, you know, even just things like that can hurt your position on the race. Oh, almost some contact there with Frankenfield. We saw that he was fast in race 1, but got, trouble!
Oh, no, we got Osborne spinning, and Joshua Osborne right in front. I think someone might have lightly T-boned him when he was initially sliding back up, but I don't think it was as bad as it could have and should have been.
Yeah, somehow we are keeping the damage to a minimal here for the most part, but yeah, look right there. some damage for the 37 on the front end. That's Devin Gulo. I think a little bit, but I mean, mostly Nerf bar damage. So I got away with it again here. Race control tonight being a very, very busy bee. William White having his work cut out for him. And do have to remind, it is, let me check my phone because I do have GMT here. It is 2:49 in the morning.
Wait, I thought William wasn't
currently,
race controlling tonight.
So, yep, he is. It is very, very early and late. That's those morning hours. That's those out of circadian rhythm hours where it is both morning and very early and late, and Radio Le Mans fun hours. Right there for William. I hope he's having fun tonight. I probably race control wise wouldn't be, but to each their own.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to trade spaces with William. That is for sure. As the tally was given to the 07 of Osborne. So the thing that I'm thinking of here, Cam, is I don't know how many people are going to be taking tires at the competition caution, if any do.
Yeah, we really haven't had a whole lot of laps to even break them in, get the new off of them, and get the tires like warmed up here. So that I think that's a great kind of that's a great call. So we'll see. I would probably say no, but someone always proves me wrong, and then probably wins the race doing that. So it'll be fun to watch.
Absolutely, as the pace car makes a hard left-hand turn on the pit road. Wilkinson will once again lead us to the green flag. Green means go, and we're back underway at Stafford. And now Higgins trying to work by Borges back into P2. Once again, Borges is able to hang on to the outside. But it looks like Higgins has him clear for just a moment. He will. Now Borges has to worry about Fody to his inside. And look at Higgins. Oh, we got trouble. Jay Connor going around.
That's broken.
Yep, and he has slushied that left front suspension there. You can see it flopping around. That is not how that is supposed to look. And, that might be just a bit of an oopsie on his part. I didn't see any significant contact from behind, but another camera angle or two might.
It's the slightest little bump from the 80 car that knocks the 9 around. And tally is going to the 80. You'll see. Boop.
Yep, there you go. So the oopsie on Bryce Fody's fart. There we go.
Definitely an oopsie indeed.
That is, there you go. Bryce Fody's part that tally is on.
Oh,
maybe he did fart. I don't know. You never know. Maybe that's why he. Maybe that's why the wreck happened.
A unintended speed boost right there entering the corner.
Yeah, never know.
Oh boy, man, we're talking a lot about how wider this track is, and yet somehow this is the most cautions we've had all season long, I think.
Yeah, well, let's take a look at the caution. I believe it's 7 cautions for both of the first 2 races. It was 8 the last one, and now we're on our 5th. So I believe that, if we keep going at this rate, we will absolutely demolish that. But very interesting that with more space that we are running into each other more.
Yeah, how about that one?
Almost like that whole thing induced demand, right? Where you add a lane in traffic and it just creates more traffic.
Yep.
But something we've seen a lot this race, James. One to green.
Yes, sir. And unfortunately, Zach Evans has still not gotten all of his damage fixed despite all that, as the pace car makes the hard left-hand turn on the pit road. Wilkinson will once again lead us to the restart zone. Green means go. We're back underway here at Stafford, and not a good jump at all for Gavin Higgins. Now here comes Tyler Fody to the inside. Oh, big wiggle from one of the blacktop cars there off of turn 2.
Borges around the outside of Frankenfield as well. He's trying to make that outside line work to get himself up to 4th. He's got it now. A little further on behind. They are wiggle wobbling a little bit, but I think we've kept it straight. And fortunately, that last caution not in competition caution range. So we're going to get another one here in a couple laps. About 7 laps. Lap 40 is the target.
We'll see some beating and banging there towards the middle of the field. Nothing too crazy as you see Calkins really running that apron line. Oh, big move from Frank Fody. Parks it right in front of the 37. Cannot imagine Gulo is happy about that.
Yeah, and you got a nice plunk in the rear end, Frank Fody did for that. So definitely Nerf bar contact, but you can do that in these modifieds here. Ooh, that's loose off the corner. I believe that was Theus. Excuse me, that was, well, that was not Theus. That was actually Sam Boutwell who was loose off the corner.
Well, you see Lucas Leone trying to make his way back up. I don't think he pitted under that last time, so he might have gotten all that damage fixed finally, and is now trying to make his way up to the front. As you see Wilkinson, he's got his hands full. Tyler Fody is heating up the rear end of that 26 car.
Yeah, battle for the lead brewing, but he's only got 3 laps before we get the competition caution once again here. So he's got to make his move if it's going to happen. See, a couple corners ago, he was running a little bit higher, but right now kind of matching that line of the 26. So not sure if there's any grip up there at the moment, but yeah, these 3 up at the front kind of matching each other kind of overall pace and line-wise right now. So not really sure who's the quickest of the bunch, but they're kind of all right there.
Yeah, nose to tail, not even a hint of space, really. Oh no, Theus! Hard into the outside wall.
And this will be the competition caution.
Yep, no question about that one. And just about a half a lap early was the yellow. Well, I guess we can call that a full lap, but check the replay here and blinks out, and then gets ran over.
Yeah, I think there was just a chain reaction. It looked like he loaded up to try to not get into the rear of Sam Boutwell, and Leone just did not have enough time to check up.
Yeah, and we've seen Tristan Theus kind of, or at least I have a few times tonight. Have seen him blink a couple times, and that was maybe just a really poorly timed blink there.
Yeah, I don't think that helped at all whatsoever. Well, now that it's competition caution time, I think we're going to go ahead and get another commercial break in, and we will be back shortly.
Racing isn't easy.
Looking for a heck of a deal?
Experiencing
You'll find it at Tom Bolin Ford in Hannibal.
iRacing
Right
puts you
now,
in the
over
driver's seat
$4,000
with the
off
industry's
2025
leading
Escapes,
sim racing
$2,500
Drive
off
on
2025
laser-scan
Broncos,
replicas of the
and over
greatest racing
$5,000 off
circuits
select
from around the world.
new 2025
Go head-to-head
F-150s.
against
And the
other
best
drivers
part,
chosen
every
by
one of them
skill-based
comes with a
matchmaking
Bolin
to
lifetime
ensure
powertrain
competitive
warranty
racing
at no
at
extra
every
cost.
level.
Big savings,
Compete
long-term
across
peace of
all
mind,
your
all in
favorite
one
series.
place. Tom Bolin Ford Hannibal.
In
Heck
officially
of a deal,
licensed
ain't
cars,
it?
engineered to deliver the most accurate.
Blue Egg Marketing. Rev up your business with Blue Egg, your marketing pit crew. Turbocharge your lead generation with experienced drivers that can navigate the competitive track to connecting with your customers. With Blue Egg, you're always in the pole position, leading your brand towards victory lane. So don't spin your wheels, accelerate success with Blue Egg, fueling small businesses to win big.
The Lucas Oil School of Racing. Simply stated, We are the professional ranks where the quality of the equipment often dictates the outcomes, and all of our cars are designed to perform and race as close as humanly possible. None of our competitors will have an advantage from engineering tactics. Rather, you will compete on a completely level field with a score of immensely talented up-and-coming drivers, all pushing each other to reach their new heights in their respective pursuit in becoming a professional race car driver. Every year, our top-performing graduates move on to the professional racing liners of IndyCar, F1, and IMSA. Whether drivers compete in 1 or 2 seasons of our series, when they are ready to move on, they are ready to move. The training you receive in our school is an unmatched, unforgettable, first-class education combining the very best racing instruction and education.
Alrighty, we are back and ready to get back at it. Wilkinson will lead us to the restart once again. Green means go, and we are back underway at Stafford. And as you can see, barely anybody ended up taking tires. Wilkinson clears, and it looks like Higgins is going to clear up to P2. All of a sudden, Tyler Fody is now having to fight just to hold on to third, as here comes Borges to the inside. We're 3 wide right behind. Oh boy, 2 of the black top cars and Frank Fody. Frank backs out of it wisely. We're 3 wide again, never mind.
Yeah, Thea's blinking just a little bit there, or that was Devin Golo this time blinking. So, yeah, those black top cars might need to have some new internet or something, but they're choosing some very inopportune times to blink. Oh,
we're going around again. Hard
there we go.
Into the outside wall.
So much going on here at Stafford Springs, and that car is very broken there. You can see that he's going to have to tow back to the pits.
That is likely night over for the 07.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I have no idea if he got help or was it just, let's see, got loose off a turf war, just like what happened to him earlier, and tank slapper off the wall, and then fully went around back up into the outside wall. You see the suspension's already killed there, and he's gonna kill the other side with that hit for good measure.
It's about as hard as a hit you could take here at Stafford without going kind of full throttle into the wall. So
absolutely,
it's going to be our 3rd retirement of the night. He joins Jay Connor and Zach Evans there in the garage. But gonna be at lap 50 here. We're getting there. It's slow, but we are getting there to the end of this race.
Yeah, slowly but surely at any rate.
While we have a moment, let's just go ahead and rack the top 10 here. Brandon Wilkinson's your leader. He's led most of them up to this point. Might have been all of them. I'm not really sure, but it has been most of them. Gavin Higgins is 2nd. Ryan Borges 3rd. Tyler Fody now back and forth. Chad Frankenfield 5th. Kyle Demis in 6th. Frank Fody 7th. 8th. Dylan Calkins 9th. Devin Golo and 10th. There is Lucas Leone. We are now 1 to green. Working our 7th caution. One more and we tie our record of the season. And any more than that and we break it. So plenty of time to do it. Let's see if we can get some green flag laps here.
Absolutely. I see the pace car getting ready to make the hard left-hand turn on the pit road. Wilkinson leading us back to the green flag. Green means go. We're back underway at Stafford. Oh no, Tyler Fody around! Oh no! Oh! And gets clobbered by Leone, who I think
stacking him up in front too.
Yeah, Boutwell and Frank Fody around as well.
Lord have mercy. Multiple meatballs here. Calkins, Fody. Got to get another view of that, but ooh, Stan Boutwell, I think, no, that was Leone, I believe. He got jacked up from behind and into the back of the 40 there.
Oh, that was netcode. I think from Chad.
Oh.
We need some other views of these peripheral stack-ups, too, that happened really in front and behind this. Because there's a lot that happened on this wreck. Ooh, yeah, netcode. But I think there was going to be contact there regardless.
Yeah, and I think it was still going to be significant contact, too. You see, Frank Fody goes around right after, and that's contact from the 70 into the 1, which put Leone into Tyler Fody.
Race control, calling that a racing deal.
Taking a look at it, it's like the guys in front of Chad on the inside, they all kind of went below the white line to start the corner. Chad kind of seemed like he held his line. So I don't know if it's like fully like Chad's fault and just Tyler expected Chad to go below. But I think I agree with race control there. It's either going to be netcode or a racing deal. It looks like he's going with racing deal.
Well, there you have it, as the pace car once again makes its way onto pit road. Wilkinson will lead us back to the green flag. Green means go. We're back underway here at Stafford.
Oh, messy restart there. Chad Frankfield did not go. We were 3 wide in the back here.
We're almost 3 wide once again. As Higgins is keeping to the outside of Wilkinson. Now he has to tuck in.
Oh,
whoa, whoa, contact between the two. Whoa, this is going to be interesting. There is no love lost between these two drivers, and they are giving everything they've got. Meanwhile, Bryce Fody big sideways in the back, leading to some 3 wide, but we stay green, and we're staying looking at this battle for the lead. Higgins trying to give everything he's got to stay to the outside of the 26 with time wasting. 22 laps to go, but Higgins gets sideways, and here comes Borges to fall into P2.
Yeah, he couldn't really focus on Brandon Wilkinson because he had Ryan Borges to deal with as well, and that is not what he wanted to see. Those teammates are going to do everything they can to hold station now, or at least hold that 1-2 as they have it. So we are having some green flag laps to go, getting to 20 laps to go here. We were on board with Higgins there, showing the 2 teammates in front, but a little bit further on back. This is Randy Yoakum, and I believe that is Tristan Theus. That's the battle for 10th right there. Yoakum has it. Tristan Theus trying to get it. Ooh, sideways out of turn 2 just a little bit. These cars look like they're a little bit tough to drive. I mean, a lot more racetrack here, but a lot of these drivers are getting sideways.
Yeah, a lot of power in these tour mods. You get on it just a little too
much,
just like that. Randy Yoakum saves it, though. We stay green.
Just a bit of landscaping there here at Stafford for the 8 car, but we are good to go. And Brandon Wilkinson has kept that lead over Brandon Wilk, or Lord have mercy, Ryan Borges, about 0.2 of a second there.
Yeah, look at Higgins.
Yeah, right on the back of that car.
Knocking on heaven's doors. He is all over the back of Ryan Borges.
The time is going to run out quickly here if we can stay green. So what is Gavin Higgins going to do? He's going to take a peek here, but does not have the room, does not have the run at this moment.
Yeah, like I said at the top of the show, cutting down, clipping the apron just doesn't quite seem to work as well in turn 4 as it does exit a turn 2. Oh, he was looking to send it, but Borges just turned in a little too early for him to get there.
And these are great shots here. These guys are flat flying around this racetrack, about down to about the high 80s in the corners, up to about almost 130 on the straightaways. Around a half-mile racetrack. So Yeah, lots of power, lots of grip in these wide Hoosier tires, and you can definitely see that they put on, they give you a lot of grip and confidence, and when you have a lot of grip, when you have a lot of grip and confidence as a driver, you can either put on good racing or you can put on some dumb moves, and sometimes you see a lot. But look who's joined the battle. Chad Frankenfield is up there in those in that top 4 kind of little group as well. So maybe we'll see a new challenger here with 13 laps to go.
Yeah, you said it. How much contact patch do you need? Yes.
Yep, 8 tires always turns better than 4.
And it feels like you have 8 tires connected to it with how wide these boys are. I see Higgins is starting to fall off a little bit here.
Yeah, I think that 15 is getting a little bit closer, so he's could fit about 1 tour modified in that gap back to him, but you can see Gavin Higgins, yeah, he's fallen off just a little bit here and there, so I think it really is going to be between, at least looking like it's between these top 2, the 2 shift cars, Wilkinson and Borges, but anything can certainly happen. Yeah, can one of these other cars, break the stranglehold that Shift has on this series?
Right now, it's not looking likely as we are under 10 laps to go. Borges is the closest he's been all race long. See Higgins trying to work back, trying to get close again.
Frankfield falling off just a little bit, about 1.3 seconds the gap now. So I think, yeah, we definitely cemented up to these 3 cars, Wilkinson, Borges, and Higgins. What does Higgins have? He's kind of been back and forth, but if someone's going to break the Shift kind of stranglehold on this series, it's going to have to be that 20 for now, but it does not look like he has the consistent pace that those 2 Shift cars have. So 7 laps to go. Lots of racing left here.
And you see the 29 is starting to play around with some lines. He kind of slid up a little bit in 3 and 4 to try to set up a little bit of a diamond of sorts, just trying to get anything to set up a run on his teammate into turn 1. So we have 5 laps to go from Stafford.
We did have Kyle Nubis around Devin Gill. Oh, PJ Jackson in the wall in the back straight. He did keep it straight, but did get in front of some of the leaders. That was a dangerous thing to have happen. 5 laps to go, 4 laps to go now.
Oh, Borges, he's got the run. Oh, and you see Wilkinson goes a little defensive. He's got him looking. And now Cam Borges cut down. Can he get the run off of 4? He will not. 3 to go.
Yeah, and Wilkinson going defensive might put Borges in the clutches of Higgins, so that might be what he's looking for. You can see he's turning in a little bit earlier in that 26, trying to prevent a early dive move from his teammate right there. I think Borges is a little bit quicker at this point in the race, but does he have the time? Only 2 laps to go here.
Whoa, look at how close they are. Big defensive move. Oh, there might have been a little contact because of it. Oh, Borges is going to have the run. Coming to the white flag. Can Ryan Borges pull off the move? Looks to the outside. Cuts down low. Oh, sideways for Borges, and that might do it. Wilkinson goes defensive. Borges is not close enough to get the bumper in. Off of turn 4. Checker flag. Wilkinson, back-to-back here tonight. Brings home the win at Stafford.
Woo-wee, but what a good race that was once we got going there with some green flag racing. And yeah, great battle there between those last 3. Wilkinson, Borges, and Higgins going to be your podium. Frankenfield and then Dumis rounds out the top 5. And Wilkinson, he's done a lot this year, James. Victory burnouts. And he knows his way around these tour modifieds for sure. So Definitely, I'd say cementing himself as the championship favorite here, and it's going to be a tough task for anyone to step up and beat him.
Yeah, he's been just absolutely on it. Outside getting shuffled back on strategy at Wilkesboro, he's dominated pretty well everything.
Well, he's going to park himself in victory lane. Why don't we get one more final break in tonight? Let these drivers get out their cars, let them have their discussions, have their fights, have their whatever they need to do. And we'll be back with you shortly.
Looking for a heck of a deal? You'll find it at Tom Bolin Ford in Hannibal. Right now, over $4,000 off 2025 Escapes, $2,500 off 2025 Broncos, and over $5,000 off select new 2025 F-150s. And the best part, every one of them comes with a Bolin lifetime powertrain warranty at no extra cost. Big savings, long-term peace of mind, all in one place. Tom Bolin Ford Hannibal. Heck of a deal, ain't it?
Blue Egg Marketing. Rev up your business with Blue Egg, your marketing pit crew. Turbocharge your lead generation with experienced drivers that can navigate the competitive track to connecting with your customers. With Blue Egg, you're always in the pole position, leading your brand towards victory lane. So don't spin your wheels, accelerate success with
The Lucas Oil School of Racing. Simply stated, we are the professional ranks where the quality of the equipment often dictates the outcomes, and all of our cars are designed to perform and race as close as humanly possible. None of our competitors will have an advantage from engineering tactics. Rather, you will compete on a completely level field with a score of immensely talented up-and-coming drivers, all pushing each other to reach their new heights in their respective pursuit in becoming a professional race car driver. Every year, our top-performing graduates move on to the professional racing ladders of IndyCar, F1, and IMSA. Whether drivers compete in 1 or 2 seasons of our series, when they are ready to move on, they are ready to move. The training you receive in our school is an unmatched, unforgettable, first-class education combining the very best racing instruction and education.
Alrighty, we are back, and time to talk to our top 3 here, although so far all we have right now is 3rd place. We'll go ahead and bring them up. Gavin, James in the booth, you got a copy?
Yep.
Well, it's been a bit of a struggle to start the season, to say the least, for you, but able to avoid all the catastrophe and bring out a really good P3 here. Exactly what you need to start trying to turn this around.
Yeah, it just hasn't been what I wanted here from the start of the season. I just couldn't really put a race together with getting in incidents. But I had a good run at North Wilkesboro, and it was fun here, and we got green flag racing in. I don't know if I really had anything for Wilkinson after Ryan got by me. If I got behind Wilkinson, he might have went for a ride after blocking me like he did, but I mean, he was lucky that Ryan was his teammate. I think if anyone else was behind Wilkinson there, he probably would have got sent.
Yeah, and take us through the battle you and him were having there towards the beginning. It was pretty good, but obviously probably no love lost between the two of you after some of the Grand National races.
Yeah, it's just when he threw that block on me, I tried to go to the outside, and I just couldn't create enough momentum coming out of 2 to be able to be side by side with him going into 3, because I feel like the high side in 3 and 4 might have been a little better. It's just, yeah, I just really couldn't do anything with it. Then Ryan got inside of me, and I said I didn't want to burn the right rear off any more than I already did, so I just got behind him, and maybe if Ryan might have moved him or tried something, I would be able to capitalize on that. But no, other than that, it was fun out there.
Absolutely. It was how much fun was it running it at Stafford? Obviously, this place has a long history putting on some fantastic shows in the modified. It continued once we finally started to get some green flag running there.
Yeah, once we got the green flag running, it was pretty fun, honestly. Yeah, it's really fun, the line they run in 1 and 2 here. It's pretty unique. So, yeah, really, that's really it, honestly. I mean, the racing here is great. It's just we couldn't really get enough green flag laps in to see what the tire wear would do.
Absolutely, but it was still a phenomenal run for you tonight. Any sponsors, plugs, and shout-outs you'd like to give before we let you go?
No sponsor shout out for you guys for putting this on. I think Chad for letting me do all this. He kind of gave me the keys for this series, and I feel like it's turned out pretty good. Then shout out my mom, dad, brother, sister, my grandparents, Jay and Jesse for racing with me tonight, and neighbor Pete.
Alrighty, we appreciate you, Gavin, and hopefully we're talking to you again here next week.
Yep, thanks.
All right, and now Cam is going to talk to our runner-up, Ryan Borges.
Yep, I got him here. Ryan, this is Cam in the booth. You got a copy?
Got a copy.
All right, well, talking to you again. Started third, finished second. You did fall back a couple times. We're running through the back. First part of this race was a pretty messy one, but tell us about it from your perspective.
Yeah, the first part of the race, my goal was my problem is I keep qualifying bad, and that's putting me behind. And obviously, with the talent of some of these front runners here, it's hard to make up ground, especially when we get a lot of cautions like that early. My goal was to try and stay in the top 3, and then I think one of those starts, I think I restarted second, and I got passed for third, and I just got nosed ahead for fourth, right as the caution came out, and then that kind of set me behind for a while, but ended up settling into third. And then once we got going green there, it was I felt really strong. I was able to pick up second and kind of just trail my teammate Brandon for the last 15, 20 or so laps. And I thought I was faster than him. He said I was faster than him. He was doing a great job of just getting a good enough run down out of the corners to not let me get to his left rear by corner entry. I think there was 1 or 2 times where I was almost there and he threw a perfect block on me. So I was just all right, if we get in the back of my mind, I was like, if we get racing here, Gavin was still pretty close behind us, and he'd probably get into it with us and maybe come away with the win. So I was content to finish second there, but it was a strong run again for me and Brandon. So it was a fun race.
Yeah, it was fun watching your race there with your teammate there, and good heart, clean racing. Was there any adjustment period coming from? Of course, most doubleheaders are the 2 races at the same track, but of course we did South Boston, and now we're at a pretty different one here in Stafford. Any adjustment kind of in the way you raced tonight, or how was that out there?
A little bit. I feel like this track you really gotta focus on. I guess this is the same for both tracks. I was gonna say you really have to focus on keeping your momentum up and getting a good run out of the corners, but especially here with the longer straightaways, if you don't get a good run, you're vulnerable to somebody diving to your inside and driving kind of on the apron to make a pass here. The old bottom shot move is pretty patented move at Stafford, and Brandon knows that too. We both this is one of our home tracks in real life too, so we've seen a million races here, and that's what he was saying. He's Keith Rocco is one of the great modified drivers up here, and he's seen Keith race and win some races with not the best car, and he's that's exactly what I did, just kind of put my car where it needed to be and prevented me from being able to pass without laying the bumper to him, which I wanted to, but I was like I said, I knew Gavin was just close enough there. If I started bumping into him and racing him, Gavin probably would have moved us both and got the win. So I was kind of settled. If we got a little more a longer green flag run, I think I was definitely starting to see the tire advantage I had from kind of just riding a lot of the race, but just not enough laps.
Right on. And we are right at the halfway point in the season, so one more doubleheader next week, I believe. Am I correct? Is my numbers right there? Yeah,
Yes.
my numbers are
Believe
right.
so,
Next week,
yeah.
and then I think this is a sequential series. So next week, and then next week. Okay. Yep. So yeah, we're quickly getting there. Been a fun series up to this point, but definitely have been fun seeing how the modified guys who are good at these things do it, because I can't say I don't know. I get in these things and I just I don't know, put fenders on these things and call them a late model and I'll be all right. But anyway, before we let you go, any final sponsor shout outs for you?
Yeah, just gotta thank again Design Ping, Seth Rawls Design, Shift Esports. Great guys to race with every week. Obviously, we're a few of us are definitely modified guys, and that's coming through. It's fun to come out here and be the top guys for once. I mean, the other series all these series in Elite are really hard to win, but to see Brandon, especially, I know he was trying to win a race with Shift for a while, and to see him kind of break through here is cool. But definitely want to get a few more of my own here and make this competitive and not let him run away, because he pretty much dominated both races tonight. So I'm gonna have to step up a little, especially in my qualifying, and then just finish off a couple of these for sure. But between Brandon, me, Gavin, Tyler, a lot of good guys racing this series. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to elevate a little bit further to try and get back in this points battle, because I'm sure I'm at a little bit of a deficit with Brandon, basically max pointing tonight. But no, it's fun. I got to thank you guys up in the booth for, like I said earlier, putting on these broadcasts. They're top notch, and can't wait to go watch this one back. That was a fun battle.
All right. Well, we appreciate you talking to us twice tonight. And, well, 2 great runs for you. It was fun watching you battle your teammate, and definitely hope to talk to you next week.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
All right. Well, got one more tonight. James, we're going to talk to our double winner and see what he has to say.
Yes, sir. Brandon, James in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, my friend, it's been so long since we've talked to you. I can't even remember the last time I interviewed you. What's it like breaking that absolutely long winless streak of 30 minutes?
Yeah, it wasn't easy, I can tell you that. Ryan was really strong there at the end. But yeah, obviously, fortunate to come out on top. I said earlier in the first race that everything has to go right. And obviously, the same thing here. I felt, at one point, Gavin was the best car. Felt like at one point I was the best car, and then obviously there at the end when it went green, and Ryan was definitely the best car. But yeah, obviously fortunate to come out on top.
Yeah, it was interesting watching the two of you battle. You started to go real defensive there on Ryan. Just take us through how much fun it was battling that aggressive with your teammate.
We've raced so much together. Ryan and I have raced in short track races, like the biggest short track races you can run on here. I've seen him race in real life. He's raced against me. I feel like we just have a great understanding of what each other is thinking at all times. And I said it before race, and I truly am a strong believer. Obviously, I grew up here, and Ryan did too, and Ryan has raced here in real life, and we've watched so many races here, so we just kind of know what to do at every spot of the racetrack. So, yeah, it was like I said before the race, it was going to be the hardest win of the year, and he definitely made me earn it. So, yeah, just like I said, there's so much respect there. When I got picked up by Shift after winning the Grand National race here. I asked Borges if he wanted to come along and do this deal together again, because we had been teammates for such a long time. So, yeah, we've raced so much together, good and bad. So, yeah, just kind of knew, both of us kind of knew the deal.
Absolutely. Well, We already heard them once, but go ahead and give your shout outs one more time tonight.
Yeah, I guess first off, I gotta thank my dad for taking me to Stafford every Friday night when I was a kid. I'd get out of school and we'd get in the car and go up Stafford, and probably did that for about 6 to 8 years while he was a crew chief on a modified team for the longest time. So yeah, obviously that was a big contributor of getting the race win. But on the technical side, just gotta thank everybody at Shifty Sports. Seth Rawls Designs, Epic Media, One Life Foundation. Like I said, man, just super cool to race with these guys. They're great teammates. Half the guys aren't even running this series, but they tune in on the group chat and watch the broadcast. And yeah, just super cool. I really like racing for Seth, and he's given me a good opportunity. So it's really cool for Ryan and I to be able to execute and go get him some wins, because he puts a lot of time and effort into this, and he has a day job too, just like the rest of us. So yeah, super cool to get him in victory lane 3 times with me, and obviously Ryan, winning at Wilkesboro. So yeah, just super cool. Thanks to him and everybody at Shift, and obviously you guys for the broadcast, and Chad and Gavin for the good league to run in while the Xfinity cars are off.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate you, Brandon, and hopefully we're talking to you again here next week.
Yeah, tough couple tracks, very technical. So we'll see you guys next week.
Alrighty, and with that, it is just about time for us to wrap it up here. Cam, what a wild night of racing from both races here.
Yeah, absolutely. Lots of cautions. I believe we did actually eclipse that caution mark. Well, nope, we actually tied it in the end, 8 cautions. So interesting. We've had 4 cautions, and they've either had 7 or 8, or excuse me, we've had 4 races, and they've either had 7 or 8 cautions each race. So got a bit of a trend here. Would love to reduce that number just a little bit going forward. But yeah, we got another doubleheader next week. Oswego and Martinsville. So I would say 2 tracks that are a little bit more different than these 2, but these were also quite different in a lot of ways. So quick series. Only got 3 more weeks of it, so it's gonna be over before you know it. But been a lot of exciting chaos and racing, and I'm excited to see kind of how it ends up.
Absolutely. But with that, it's time for us to get the heck on out of here. For my broadcast partners, Cameron Rich and Carlos Acosta, I'm James Watson, bidding you adieu till next time. Good night, everyone.